Namaskar, I am CA Nisha Suyal Aggarwal, and today we are in discussion with CA Pramod Jain sir.
Namaste to all.
Sir, we have received a lot of queries from our professional friends around capital gain deduction under section 54 and 54F. So today we are trying to cover 12 specific questions. So I would request you to please respond to those queries.
Sure.
May I? So my first question is, a person owns a property purchased in April of the year, and if he sells it in September in the same year, अप्रैल में खरीदी और सितंबर में बेच दी, and purchase another property to avail deduction under section 54 or 54F. So is it good?
No, Nisha. The basic condition for availing a deduction under section 54, 54 or 54F is that the property which is sold, जो बेची जा रही है, that should be a long-term capital asset.
Okay.
यानी it should be held for at least 2 years. कई लोगों के माइंड में रहता है कि मैंने आई गॉट अ प्रॉपर्टी, मैंने प्रॉपर्टी थी मेरे पास, बेची नहीं खरीदी तो डिडक्शन मिल जाएगा. नो, it has to be first of all that property or that asset has to be a long term capital asset, more being held for more than 2 years.
Okay. So next question is, suppose if I sell commercial property and purchase another commercial property, now can I get the benefit under section 54 or 54F?
No, Nisha. Again, few persons have that thought process कि कमर्शियल प्रॉपर्टी बेच के कमर्शियल खरीद लो तो डिडक्शन मिल जाएगी. नो, इन बोथ 54 and 54F the benefit is given only when a residential property has been purchased or constructed.
Okay, so commercial property is not covered.
No, you will not get the benefit.
Yeah, because we understand that these deductions are given to encourage property ownership and basically to stimulate residential real estate.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next question is, suppose a person sells his residential plot and buy a residential flat. Plot becha or flat kharida. Now he has 2 more residential properties. Now can he avail deduction under 54 or 54F?
Nisha, here in this case, he would not be able to avail. Reason that plot is not a residential property. It is a plot.
Yeah.
So when you are selling a plot and acquiring a residential property, 54F से बाहर हो गए. You cannot purchase. You cannot get the benefit of section 54 because for 54 you need to sell a residential property. For 54F it has to be any other long-term capital asset other than the residential property. So yes, so this is a residential flat land. So yes, that comes into category. So 54F में check करना है. But 54F की condition है that you can get only the benefit under section 54F only if you hold only one residential property at the time of sale of that capital asset.
Okay.
So when I am selling, I am already holding 2 residential properties.
Yeah.
So I will not be getting.
I will not get this deduction.
Not get.
Okay.
एक से ज़्यादा नहीं रहता.
So my next question is, a person has 2 residential properties. Now he sells long-term capital assets being shares. Can he get benefit of 54 or 54F if he acquires a residential property?
Nisha, no. As just discussed, because what he is selling is a long-term capital asset being shares.
Yeah.
So 54 is out.
Yeah.
So for 54F, the condition is he should not own more than one residential property at the time of sale of those shares.
Yeah.
So he's owning more.
Yeah.
So he won't be, even though he's acquiring a residential property, he won't be getting any benefit of section 54F out there.
Okay. So next doubt is, suppose a person sells a property, residential, and the sale consideration is 2 crores. But the profit is only 50 lakhs. Now, how much he has to invest in residential property to get these deductions?
Yes, we have to understand this very, very clearly that if you have sold a asset and acquired a residential property, so how much amount is to be invested
Yeah.
to have the full uh, deduction, right?
Yeah.
So in case I have got a, I am selling a residential property and buying a residential property and the gain is 50 lakhs. Sale consideration is 2 crores. Then I have to invest only 50 lakhs, which is my gain, the long term capital gain.
Okay.
But in case I have sold a property which is not a residential property, say shares or jewelry or something else, which is long-term capital asset, and I'm acquiring a residential property, in that case, I have to invest the whole consideration, 2 crores.
Okay.
If I invest less, then I'll get the proportionate benefit.
Okay. So can I summarize it like you are saying for section 54, जहाँ रेजिडेंशियल बेच के रेजिडेंशियल खरीदना है, वहां पर मुझे सिर्फ कैपिटल वाला अमाउंट, कैपिटल गेन वाला अमाउंट इन्वेस्ट करना है.
Yes.
एंड फॉर क्लेमिंग डिडक्शन अंडर 54H F, जहां पर अदर देन रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टी आप कोई भी कैपिटल एसेट बेच के रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टी में करते हैं, वहां पर हमें फुल सेल कंसिडरेशन इन्वेस्ट करना है टू गेट द फुल बेनिफिट.
Yes.
Okay. Now my next question is, an SSC has a residential plot and a residential flat. Now he sells his residential flat. Can he use the proceeds of by selling the residential flat to construct house on existing land to avail the deduction?
Yes, Nisha, this is a question which has been asked a few times.
Yeah.
That I have already got a land.
Yeah.
I am selling a residential property and then I am constructing a new property on the existing land.
Yeah.
So will I get the benefit? The answer is yes.
Okay.
So if that construction is completed within 3 years from the date of the sale of the residential flat, you will get the benefit under section 54.
Okay.
You will get the benefit.
Good. Next, sir. Now this question has been asked numerous times from professionals. So suppose I am paying installments to builder and till date I have paid 50 lakhs. Now during the year I sell one residential property and the gain is 1 crore. Now balance installment to be paid to the builder is 50 lakhs. 50 दे रखा है, 50 अभी मुझे देना है और मैंने रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टी बेची 1 करोड़ में. Now if I pay, can I get full benefit of this rupees 1 crore?
Yes, Nisha, very important to understand. What I have sold is a residential property.
Yeah.
And what I am acquiring is another residential property which is in the mode of construction.
Yeah.
So when it is in the mode of construction, क्योंकि बिल्डर वाली प्रॉपर्टी है तो वो कंस्ट्रक्शन मानी जाती है, परचेज नहीं मानी जाती. So the time period which is given under section 54 is that you can purchase a property 1 year before the sale or 2 years after.
Correct.
Or construct 3 years after.
Yeah.
So here my construction started before my sale. So any amount spent before that will not be allowed.
Okay.
So any amount after the sale, the payment made to the builder, that 50 lakhs, only that would be allowed. So not 1 crore, only 50 lakhs.
Okay.
Sale के बाद का amount जितना spend होगा construction में, that would be allowed.
Only
as
that
deduction.
would be allowed as deduction.
Deduction, yeah.
Okay. So thanks for clarifying this. Now, can I get the benefit if I purchase 2 residential properties? However, I have sold only 1 residential property.
Yes, Nasha, there has been a very recent amendment few years back.
Yeah.
Where once in the lifetime, if your capital gain is less than 2 crores, in that case, once in the lifetime you can acquire 2 properties by selling 1 property. Otherwise, you can acquire only 1 property against sale of 1 property under section 54.
Okay.
So once in the lifetime.
Okay. Now, sir, next question is that I sell a residential property for 30 crores and the gain is 20 crores. Now, if I purchase a residential property for 20 crores, can I get the full benefit?
No, Nisha. Again, there is a change in the section 54 and 54F both, that your investment, how much amount you can invest into that new property, but the benefit will be given only to the extent of rupees 10 crores. So
Okay.
here the investment of 20 crores is there, but it would be treated for the purpose of deduction under section 54 or 54F. That investment is made only of 10 crores.
Okay. So there is a cap of 10
10
crores.
crores investment.
Okay. And I think it was introduced some time back only.
Yeah, few years back.
Okay. Now the next question is, sir, I avail 54F and after 2 years, I sell the acquired property. Now, is there any issue? Do I need to bear any consequences?
Nisha, yes, very good question. Sometimes we miss it. Actually, when you avail the deduction under section 54F, then the section says that you cannot sell that property for at least 3 years from the date of that.
Okay.
If you sell the property within 3 years, then the benefit which was taken under section 54F would be not there, and the year in which you sell, you have to pay the tax.
Okay.
So you cannot sell 3 years.
Can we say it like there is a lock-in of
3 years for that
3 years तक
property.
उसको touch नहीं करना?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the next question, sir. I have 2 commercial plots in one under builder agreement under construction residential property.
So you are having 2 commercial plots
Yeah.
and 1 residential property under construction.
Yes, sir. Now, I sold 1 commercial property in September 24 and purchased a residential property in the next one, or suppose in this month, October, to avail the deduction. Now, the builder agreement under construction residential property also suppose get completed and I'll get the possession in December 24. So, what would be the treatment?
Nisha, this actually needs to be considered by everyone here. Now, what does the section 54F says? Because what I sold was a long-term capital asset being a commercial property. And I acquired a residential property. I was holding, say, 0 residential property.
Yeah.
So I can get the benefit of 54F. But the section says that if you acquire any other property within a period of 1 year, other than the property which you acquired for the section 54F, the benefit of 54F will not be there.
Okay.
So when that under construction property was completed within 1 year, so you acquired that.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you acquired that, then the benefit of 54 for that purchased property will also come.
Okay. And now, sir, I have the last question. So there is a change in long-term capital gain tax with effect from 23rd July 2024, and now indexation benefit is not allowed. But individuals and HUF have been given the relaxation of taking the indexation benefit. So my question is, if the property is acquired prior to this change, prior to 23rd July 2024, is deduction under section 54, 54F benefit would be there even when tax is paid after availing indexation benefit?
Nisha, very important and very good question, because this question has come a few times now.
Yes.
After this change. Now, there are 2 tax rates. After 23rd July, if a property is sold and there is a long-term capital gain for the resident, individual and HUF, for residents only, not non-residents, you will get the benefit. You will have to pay tax at the rate of 12.5%.
Yeah.
Or there is an amendment under section 112 which says you compute your tax as per the old thing, that after claiming the taxation, you calculate at the rate of 20%. And in case the 12.5% tax rate is higher and 20% is lower, so the excess you have to ignore and you can pay the tax. And this is not there for this year, this is there for all the future years. If the property is acquired, land, building, or both, right? Only those. So in this case, the benefit, if you take the benefit under section 54, 54F in the old regime, that's after indexation.
Yeah.
Then in my view, though there is no restriction,
Okay.
so in my view, you can claim the benefit of 54, 54F in the old regime with the indexation also.
Okay.
So you compute, suppose there is a gain of 1 crore rupees without indexation, and you calculate at the rate of 12.5%, and in the old regime, after indexation, your gain is 50 lakh rupees.
Okay.
So the deduction is allowed under section 54, in my view, you can invest up to the amount of 50 lakhs to avail of section 54.
Okay.
Then compute, because you have to compute before that, and then whatever the total income, then you pay the tax.
Okay.
So that is allowed.
Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your time and addressing to these questions. And also, thank you for having me here. So, thank you everyone for being with us. Namaskar.
Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.